Hello and welcome to the Stock Planner channel. We're an education channel and a swing trading channel, looking for the tops and the bottoms and catching that trend in between for profit. The stock market looks like it's in a funk this last week, and all three indexes, the Dow, the Nasdaq, and the S&P 500, all down. This is FinViz. It's a free tool. If you're a beginner, this is a great place to start to learn the stock market. Swinging to the heat map on the one-day performance. And we can see the big boys, Microsoft, Nevada, Amazon, Google, Meta, all down. But we're looking at the banks, that they're pretty good. They're in pretty good shape. A lot of green there. And the utilities are looking pretty green as well. So if the market is in a funk, they say the banks usually do okay. They always manage to survive. But a lot of people say utilities are the safe bet. I have no utility stocks because I look for stocks that are moving. But it might make sense to put one energy stock, and I'm choosing DUK Energy, which is the third one on the list there. When the stock market went down, DUK Energy went up along with several of the other ones. A lot of green on this list here. And if you look at the little chart, you see that DUK has a slight pullback. Looking at the trading view chart, you see this tremendous run. This is the daily time frame, and over the last 2 weeks, it has had a pullback. But yesterday, it went up 135%, or 1.35%, 1%. Forgot that decimal. Switching to the weekly performance, see if it holds true. Yeah, the banks are still holding green, and utilities, there is some darkish colors there with some negatives. So it's kind of switching. Anyway, I want to do a little analysis on DUK Energy, learn about the company, and see if I want to invest in it this week. So let's get started. Before I do, trading is risky. Do your own due diligence. I'm not a financial advisor, and do your own stock picks yourself. I wouldn't listen to anybody on the internet, but you can learn from them, and I hope you do. So the purpose of this video today is to look and learn more about the DUK Energy company and what the future entails. And particularly, I'm interested in nuclear because I think it's going to take a prominent role in the next 20 to 30 years, especially as our technology improves. But also, I'm going to analyze this stock to see if there's a play that I can do right now to add this to my portfolio, add DUK Energy to my portfolio. DUK Energy operates in two main segments: electric generation and infrastructure. And I didn't know this. They're invested in gas utilities and infrastructure as well. Natural gas. DUK Energy serves over 7.9 million, almost 8 million electric customers and almost 2 million natural gas customers across the Carolinas, Florida, Tennessee, and the Midwest. Currently, it generates electricity using nuclear, coal, natural gas, hydroelectric, solar, and wind, while emphasizing a diverse energy mix. In other words, you're looking at everything, especially to satisfy government mandates. The government has a clean energy mandate for DUK Energy. And this was what I'm interested in. It maintains a strong nuclear energy portfolio. It has several facilities providing nuclear power. And I think, it's just my personal view, I think nuclear is clean and safe. And technology has improved over the last 30 years since 3 Mile Island. I mean, that might be more than 30 years. It might be 50 years for 3 Mile Island. But it also invests in natural gas, including pipelines, renewable gas and storage facilities, and other infrastructure. It has invested heavily in wind and solar over the last 10 years, but I have a feeling that's going to fizzle out a little bit under the current administration. Of course, it makes its money selling electricity. Well, their goal is to go net zero carbon by 2050. And this is that mandate, the government mandate. They have to. And they're committed to reducing emissions with a significant role in nuclear, wind, solar, and other energy sources. Of course, like all power companies, they have several projects going concerning wind and solar. Modernizing the grid is very important. Some of these electric lines have been laid out in the 50s, and lots of people predict with the advent of electric cars and electric vehicles, our electric grids will be seriously impacted. Duke Energy is also involved in developing battery storage, particularly with that's important with solar and renewable energy. Do you know what SMRs are? They're small modular nuclear reactors, and this technology is very interesting. And several companies have been developing these SMRs, and I'm doing some research on them right now. But none of them are as big as Duke, and none of them are profitable at the moment. That's why I'm going with Duke. It takes about 10 years to develop and build a nuclear plant. But these smaller ones take less footprint, require less resources, and can be built on a smaller footprint, and thus get approved quicker. This is the technology of the future. This is a strong company and profitable. It pays a dividend, and it's undervalued. Let's take a look at that. When you look at Duke Energy's peers, Southern, Constellation, PG&E, Duke Energy is right in the middle. When you use a discounted cash flow model with the current price of Duke Energy at $112, the fair value of this stock is $76. So currently it's overvalued using a discounted cash flow model, which is what I always look at a lot. A fair PE for this, or stocks in this industry, is about 20.3, and the current PE for Duke is 20. There's 17 analysts cover this stock, and they're saying in 1 year this stock price should be 123. And this is a chart of the earnings per share growth over the next year. And you want to see that. That's what you want to see. You want to see it grow in a trajectory like that. So I think if you think the stock market is going to take a little breather here, especially till January at the inauguration, January 20th, Duke Energy might be a good holding play. That pullback, it looks very attractive. And let's see if we can find something. If we expect it to go, the price to go to about 115, let's see if we can find something that's reasonable to trade. So we're bullish on Duke Energy. We think things are going to really improve for Duke Energy after the election, but we're holding out right now. On Friday, the stock went 1% up. It's currently at 112, and if it stays at about 112, about where it's at, or higher, we win. Of course, we have to invest $500. That's the bet, but we get back in our account $230. So the max loss we're going to have on this trade would be $270. Now, if you have a small account, that's pretty much. But if it goes up to 115, where we said early on, we can take a $45 to $50 profit anytime. So if we think it's going to go to 115 in the near future, from its current 112, you'll have a winner on your hands. As long as it stays above 112, this is your win line. I'm not going to draw it too good here, a little squiggly. And if you hold it to expiration in April, you can win up to $230. Duke Energy. If you're interested in nuclear, I think Duke Energy is highly involved. Energy companies are good if the stock market is wavering, and it looks like this week it is a little bit. I don't have any energy energy producing stocks or utilities, and I think I should have one. So I'm thinking this might be a good investment. But also I wanted to look at this stock. The RSI is at bopping around at its 30, but that normally an indication that the stock is going to reverse. The MACD is still open wide, and so there might be some downslide, but the distance is dwindling and fading. And a zero lag MACD is showing a green bar. Right of it. You just had earnings, and that earnings report was fairly good, with Duke Energy earnings per share growing. So that's all I have for you. Is Duke Energy going up, going sideways, or going down? That's for you to decide. Do your own due diligence, learn this stuff, and win for life. Happy trading. We'll catch you on the flip. Please leave a like and a comment below. Thank you.